Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm not going to do as long a video as I did yesterday. Well, for one thing, it's really, really hot today. Again, I had to turn the fan off in here because it was so hot. And I just am I feel like my brain cells are fusing together, and I can't get a conscientious thought out to save my life. Actually, yeah, I can. I'm just grumping because I have a platform to grump on. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously. So yesterday I did the reading on Gavin Newsom and on what was going on with him, and he's not letting up. And the snarkasm is really shining through with him, and I think it's absolutely awesome. I think it's about time they do, somebody does something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the yes and no cards if any other Democratic politicians, like governors, are going to follow his footsteps. Are they going to follow suit with what Gavin Newsom is doing, specifically with these postings? The postings are absolutely brilliant. Okay, I have to say they are really, really funny. They're done in the same style as the Big Fat Orange Problems postings are done, but they are just so full of snark that it's just like it's obvious that he's just being snarky. So my question is, will other Democratic leaders, governors, and folks basically take up the mantle to start doing what Gavin Newsom is doing? Will they just say chuck it all to the wind and say we're going to we're going to step into the realm of snarkasm and posting this stuff because it is really hilarious and people are having fun with it, and I am just really, really happy that they are, because I think we need to have some fun and we need to have some, positive vibes and stuff. So is this a are other people going to start doing the same? Will other Democrats start doing the same? No. Pity. Kind of expected. That's the answer I kind of half expected because um you can't really copy the original when it comes to this kind of fun stuff. I mean, the first person that does it, the second person that does it kind of takes away, doesn't really take away from it, but it's like this is the original person. It's like the OG of snarkasm and things. So will they come up with other ways to infuriate, annoy, and otherwise bother the big fat orange problem? Will they find other means, other ways to to get at his, um, just will they find other ways to drive him to distraction? Will they find other things, other ways, other means in which to annoy the bejeebers out of him? Yes. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so they will come up with something. Because a lot of the governors are being very, very silent at the moment. I mean, a lot of blue state governors are being very, very silent, and I want them to actually become more vocal. I would like to see them become more vocal about what's going on, and I think that gives me hope that they will. That they will. Some of them will rise up and say what they think. Um, okay. Today I want to look um, at the at how this is going as far as the signs and the placards and the posting in all caps and doing all that crazy stuff. I want to take a look at that because I just think it's like really fun, and I want to focus on some fun stuff. And my guides are now telling me cat tarot, cat tarot, cat tarot. So I'm going to do cat tarot. So cat tarot is these, and this is the box. Cat tarot. And I like the cat on there. He's just okay. So I've got the Gilded Tarot here at the ready. I can grab it when I need it. But I'm gonna pull Cat Tarot. And I'm gonna say how does the future look for Ugh. And, well, how does the future look for um, these snarky placards and snarky tweets and snarky, stuff that Gavin Newsom started? I really love what he's doing. That's why I like reading on it, because I just love what he's doing because it's fun. It's really, and it's like it's really kind of, you know, bullies. The best way to defeat a bully is to fight back, is to bully them back, because that's the only language that they really speak. That's the only thing that they really understand, is when you're bullying somebody, the best thing to do is to bully them back. That is the only way that you can really counter this stuff. If you try to be nice to them, they're just going to keep bullying you. And that's exactly what I learned when I was in school, is that when the bullies, I remember when I was a kid, and there was this kid that used to, like, we would get off the school bus every day, and this kid would, like, chase me down, and he would beat me up every single day after school. And he would threaten me, and he'd say, "I'm going to get you." And then after school, we'd get off at the same bus stop, and he would chase me to the door and just pound on my back and hurt me and do all these things. And this was a boy doing this, a boy bullying a girl. I was like, really good, okay. But that's what this guy did. This kid did. And he would, every single day, he would chase me down, pound me on my back, hurt me, and he never apologized to me for it. He actually went and apologized to my sister for bullying me. Now, how effing cowardly can a person be to go and apologize to their victim's sister for bullying them? I mean, I want to know. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments below. But that is what that person did. Every single day he came and he bullied me. He would beat me up. He would do all these things. And I finally had enough, and I kneed him in the groin. And it stopped. I'm not a violent person. I've never been a violent person. But that was the only way that I could get this kid to stop bullying me. And yeah. And I was in 3rd grade at the time. I had an older brother. He was buddies with this kid. My sister was the best friend of the sister of this kid. And they used to get invited to go swimming every day. My brother and sister would get invited to go swimming at their pool, because they had a pool in their backyard. They would get invited to go swimming every day. Nobody invited me, ever. And the only way that I got invited was when my mother went and told them that if they don't invite me to come swimming, then my brother and sister couldn't go swimming with them either. That was the only way. And I mean, how toxic is that? How toxic is that? And so I just said, the best way to counter a bully is to hit him where it hurts. Hit him where it hurts. It's not always the most spiritual. It's not always the kindest, but that is what happens. When you are faced with a bully, the only thing that you can do is get down in the muck and go at it. And that's exactly what Gavin Newsom is doing. He is getting down in that muck, and he is telling it like it is. And I got a lot of respect for him for that. So, how is this going to continue with these postings? How is it going to continue? What do the cards have to tell me about what's going to happen next? Well, we got the 6 of Pentacles. This is, well, this cat looks pretty content. But I think this is like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I'm going to continue doing the thing, and try and stop me. That really looks happy. Look at him. Look at his face. He is completely content. He's got everything. He's got the world on a string. It's crossed with the Three of Wands. And this looks like you've got one cat having some fun. The other cat's looking away like, I'm bored. I don't really want to be a part of this. And I think that this is, I think this could be personified by the people that support Gavin Newsom doing this and the people who are just distraught by him doing it. They don't want him to do it. Maybe this is the other Republicans in the state houses and in the different places. They do not want to do this, but this guy knows he means business. He means business, and he's not going to contend with it anymore. Underarching energy is the Five of Pentacles. And look at this. I mean, is it what else can you say? These two are nose to nose, and we're done with the if they hit low, we go high. We're done with that. Completely done with that. These cats are showing that we are done. Look at that. They're staring each other. They're trying to stare each other down. This is like we are so over this. In the immediate past, we have the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning, a new start, and I think that this is Gavin Newsom basically saying, okay, you want it, you got it. We're gonna start something new, and we're gonna show you people how it's done. The overarching energy is the Seven of Pentacles. I have to look at these cards a little bit closer to see what's going on. The Seven of Pentacles is like trying to harvest something, and I think that what this implies is basically Gavin Newsom is saying, okay, we're going to we're going to do the harvest of this. We're going to push this thing through, and we're going to do it in a way that is positive and in a way that is going to help the people, and not do it in a way that's going to bring harm to them or their rights. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles. And this is the Queen of Pentacles, I believe, is the kind, nurturing queen. I love this ginger cat. It's pretty. But this is, you know, this is what we have to do. And we are protecting the voters, we are protecting their rights, and we are doing what we can for the people. And this is the outcome, basically, of not the outcome, but the outcome of having the faith and the courage to move forward with something and not let it deter. Okay. And then we have the seven, and we have a lot of sevens. Seven of Wands. Okay, all the wands are like cat treats and cat toys and cat stuff. So that is what we've got going. And the other thing about the seven is that sometimes the seven comes across with chaos and disarray and disorder and stuff like that. And this cat has let some of the stuff fall. You know how cats like to knock things off the table and stuff like that, and they can fall on the ground. That's what this cat is basically doing. He's saying, okay, we're gonna, you know, you want to create problems for me, then I'm gonna make some problems for you, and I'm gonna knock your pentacles off the table. How other people see you? Oh, this is so cute. The Hanged Man. This is the disarray. This is I think what's happening here is that Gavin Newsom saying, okay, we're suspended in midair with a lot of this stuff that's going on, but we are not staying suspended. We are going to continue doing what it is we have to do to get to the next stage, to the next place. I think that this is going to continue. And I think that this is going to have an impact. And I think that even though it may, in long term, it may have a political impact on him, as I read yesterday in his reading, I think that I think it's a good idea. I think that people are finally seeing the Democrats coming out and doing something, as opposed to just sitting and taking it. Like with me and the bully who hit me on the back every day. And then I finally got tired of it. And I said, "No, enough is enough. I'm not going to deal with it anymore." This is where we are. Final outcome is the Four of Cups. And what this is you see the cat is at the one cup, and then you have you have the hand bringing the other cup to him, and the cat's completely ignoring it. And I think that what's going to happen is I think that the president's going to try and defend himself or fight back or what have you with what Newsom is doing, and he's not going to be able to because people are going to be ignoring him. They're going to be ignoring his whining and ignoring his stuff because they're now seeing that they're seeing it for what it is. They're seeing it as whining and complaining, and they're seeing that that on the other side this is happening, and they're like going, "Oh my God, this is happening over here." And I think that this is going to open their eyes to what's really going on. That people are going to start seeing this, and they're going to say, "Oh my gosh, this is not good. This is not right." So I think that what's going to happen is it's going to be a revelation to some of these people who have been basically, putting down the Democrats and saying the Democrats are the Democrats are doing this and that it's not fair and yada yada yada. And basically what it is that the people are finally saying, "You know what? We don't care about your whining. We don't care about your complaints and your, you know, we don't care because we're seeing it now for what it is because we're seeing this other person doing the same thing that you're doing, and we're going, oh my God, does he really, they're gonna look at Newsom and they're gonna say, "Oh my God, he's such an idiot. He's such an idiot." But then they're gonna have to look at the president and see what he's doing and say, "Oh my God, I've been following this crap for so long, and I believe in this crap." I mean, so that I don't think it's necessarily going to be a bad outcome here. I think that it's going to be a fairly good outcome. Okay, and so I just thought that was kind of fun, and I thought it would be kind of interesting. Cat Tarot is so great. So it's Friday, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards for us. What can we look forward to? As of today, they said that there was going to be like a big news breaking or something. I'm not really sure because I mean we're 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. So yeah, right now it's mid-afternoon or it's early afternoon. It's like about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, so let's see what we can pull for us, and then I'll see if there's anything else that I can find to read on. If you have any suggestions for readings, if you like Kathy suggested yesterday that I read on that one topic, if you have come up with something that you think I might be able to read on or something, or just give it a try, I need practice. So this will help me with practicing. This will help me with learning cards and stuff. So if you have any suggestions, please pop them in the comments below, and we'll see what happens. But what's really strange is that the comments are coming up on the videos, and in some instances they're not coming up. They're not showing up on the feed or on the thing, but they're showing. But when I click on view newest video or newest comment, then they come up. So that's like kind of weird. But anyway, so what can we expect for this coming week? What can we expect for the week? Um, what can we expect for the week? And I'm sticking with Cat Tarot because I like it. Good. Well, that looks like the Ten of Wands. And this cat has everything that he needs. He doesn't need anything else. He's got some that he's ignoring, some toys that he's playing with, some toys that he's holding, but everything is coming up roses, which is nice. And it's crossed the Emperor. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the emperor. Yeah, the raining on everybody's parade, wearing the cone of shame, the poor kitty. And yeah, so this is the news and the headlines and all the things that could just damper everybody's mood. So maybe it's a good idea to turn off the TV, not watch any news. Maybe watch just tarot. See if the psychics are predicting something interesting. But turn the TV off. Turn off the TV and don't listen to this guy. The underarching energy is the high priestess. Oh, look at her. Ain't she pretty? Okay. The high priestess is I think the feminine power, the feminine energy. Yeah, again, I think the high priestess also symbolizes the intuitive. Listen to your intuitive voice. Everybody has one. This isn't just people on YouTube who have this power or this ability. This is everybody. Everybody has an inner voice. Everybody has a power within that they can utilize when they need it. It's that voice that says, don't cross the street here, cross it down there. It's the same voice that when my guides told me to walk down the street instead of around the path so that I could see the cat that was crossing the street. That is that energy. So listen to, acknowledge your intuitive powers and listen to what it is your voice, your internal voice is telling you. Because a lot of times that is your guides trying to contact you. They're saying, hey, yo, I'm here, I'm here. And they're telling you something. And that is your guides, that is your inner voice, that is your intuition, that is your instinct. And all of those things should be adhered. And I think that's the message for the week. And if you in the immediate past, you'll have the Seven of Cups. That is the chaos. That is the disarray. That is the disorientation that's been going on. So we've been dealing with that, but we're stepping away from that, coming into this notion that our intuition is going to be what guides us along. The overarching energy is the Seven of Swords. Look at that. Okay. Oh. And he look at what he's doing. He's filing his claws. And this is, I'm getting ready. If I have to fight, I'm getting ready to fight. But I don't want to. I don't want to have to fight. He's all cushy and comfy on his pillow, but he is ready. He's preparing himself for a possible fight. And if that happens, that happens. And it's really interesting because we got the Seven of Cups, which is the chaos, and then you have the Seven of Swords directly behind it. So the overarching energy is that Seven of Swords. It's that springing into action. That idea of, okay, we see all this disarray. Now is the time for action. And that's, in the immediate future, we have the Nine of Cups. And this is the idea of I always think the imagery of the barkeep who is wanting to um, wanting to toast with the people, and he's holding up his cup and he's saying, cheers to you, we've got this, we're together, we're united, and we're going to get through it. And I think that's what this is symbolizing here. These cats are cute. I love cats. um the Trying to remember the thing. Oh, it's a hopes and fears is the eight of swords. And look at this. You got the cat with the toilet paper. He's kind of, this is, we feel bound. We feel bound by all the things. We feel like our freedoms are being taken away. We feel like our freedoms are being robbed from us. And we are trying to struggle our way out of that condition. And the thing that's really interesting about this card is that this cat created this. He went and played with the toilet paper roll, and now he is contending with being wrapped up in toilet paper. And this is of their own. This is of their own. This is them, what they've done. This is their actions that have created this situation. So, what we can do is we can say, okay, we know that we are in this condition, we are in this situation, but we have the choice that we can get out of that situation by our decisions, by our choices, and by our actions. What others see the death card. This part is so hilarious. The vacuum cleaner. But this is the idea. This is endings and beginnings, because you see the sun. The sun is setting in the back, and the cat split. The cat has split. He's out of there, and the vacuum cleaner is in front and forward. But the death card is about not just endings, but about beginnings, and about is this the death of democracy? I don't think so. I don't feel that energy. I feel like this is the death of something far worse. Um, it's the death of freedom. It's the death of ability. This is the fear that we all have, is about what's going on. Is this the death of the United States experiment? Is this the death of something like democracy? So we're questioning that. We're asking ourselves, is that the case? And so this card exemplifies this idea that this is what we are internally kind of playing around with, is this idea. How others see us is the King of Pentacles. This is how we see ourselves. This is how others see us. King of Pentacles. And look at him trying to get in those tablets. And the King of Pentacles is the big fat orange problem. And he is the embodiment of all of the things that are wrong and why we're questioning. Final outcome, Three of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is sadness. Okay, we may be entertained by what's going on with Gavin Newsom and everything that's happening, but deep down inside, we are really heartbroken by what's happened. We are. And we have to admit it. We have to embrace the fact that we're sad and heartbroken by this so that we can move on from it. So in order to overcome a situation, you have to embrace what it is. You have to look at that situation, and then you have to say, you know what? This is the situation that we are facing. We are facing this heartbreak. We are facing this sadness. But guess what? We also can choose to to move on from it. And so while we are very, very sad by what's happening, we are also hopeful that this too shall pass. I'm going to pull one more card. And it's the Ace of Swords. And this is the sword of truth. This is the truth that is stepping forward and becoming a battle cry for us, for all of us. We are all in this together. We are not as isolated as people think. What these people really actually don't realize is that we are, in being united and setting a united front, we are overcoming all of this, all of the stuff that's going on, all of these cards that we have gotten. I don't have a thing to hold them up, but you get the idea here. Okay. But all of this, we are overcoming with this, with the truth. And when the truth emerges, then none of this will matter because we've got this on our side. That's what I've got there. Okay, so I'm going to, so I'm about 30 minutes in. I think that's long enough for today. We still have very, very high temperatures. Let me just ask the yes and no cards one more question. Will this heat wave eventually end? Will this heat wave end? Will this heat wave end soon? Will this heat wave end soon? No. My guys are playing. Okay. Will this heat wave last for a week? Will this heat wave last for the week? Like from today's Friday till next Friday. Will the heat wave last till next Friday? No. Okay. Will it last until Monday? Will it last until Monday? I know this isn't on to Yvette Standard Time, but we'll try it anyway. Will it last until Monday? Yes. Okay, so we have a weekend and then Monday. Okay, but it won't last until Friday. So that's what I'm getting. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just trying it out just to see. But at any rate, I hope you have a really great day. That's the bottom. Okay. Also, this box is so adorable. When you put the lid on, when you put the lid on the box, you get the cat kind of peering out. So when you take the box off, then you have the cat. So really cute. These are cute. This is a cute deck. And I actually saw it used cat tarot cards on eBay, and I was like going, should anybody sell these? These are so adorable. And it's like I don't buy used tarot cards. I only buy them new because of the energy that's on them. Because a few months ago I did a video about Madeline, my teddy bear, and I actually asked about her to my guides when I talked to my guides, and they said that she had a negative energy on her. And so we had to remove that negative energy from her. So the guides helped me to get her detoxified, if you will, from the negative energy that is going on. So yeah, so there's a lot of people who are there's a lot of when you have this energy, when you have this specific energy, then then yeah, you have to do what you can to, it's like sage. It's like when you use sage candles and sage things. What I use, and somebody was talking about this when I was on a live stream last night. I was watching one, and somebody was talking about what they do, and I said I have sage cough drops, and in German it's Salbei, which is sage, and I have these by my computer, and when I watch tarot readings or when anything spiritual. And if the energy starts to feel a little bit off, I pull one of these out, pop it in, and I'm good. And that helps with the energy. That helps with like sort of correlating the energy so that you don't feel you don't feel any negative energy when you're doing it. So and it's when you're reading cards, when you're doing anything on a spiritual level, you need to have the things to combat any negative energy that might come in, because negative energy, it's not going to care if you're black, white, brown, purple, or blue. It's not going to care. But what it is going to do is it's going to get into your consciousness, and it's going to create negative energy, negative thoughts, negative ideas, negative everything negative. So what you have to do is you have to counter that negativity. And I use sage to do that. And I drink sage tea, and I drink sage, and I eat sage bonbons, and I have a lot of sage. So sage is a very, very good way to do it. Some people have crystals, some people have sage incense, my husband cannot stand the smell of any outside odors and stuff. He's very sensitive to that. So I can't put out any incense or anything like that, or candles or scented candles or anything like that. So I have, like, if I do want to have a scented candle, what I have to do is I have to put it in this corner of the room and then open the door so that the scent doesn't distract him, doesn't disturb him. So yeah, that's what I do. So but yeah, it is very, very important to, not only when you're working with energy, not only to surround yourself with positive energy, but also to protect yourself from any negative energy. So that's what a lot of people are doing. So I would recommend you watch last night's tarot. The channel is called Tarot Stash, and his name is Gerald, and he does a lot of he does like live and learn, or life and learn, or whatever videos, and he does a lot of stuff where they talk about things like that, spiritual things. And I recommend his channel for that kind of stuff, because he really is very good, and he does bring into he does tarot, but he also does other things that will bring into to focus or into discussion these other tools and things to do to to divert from the negative energy to the positive energy. So that's what I got for you today. So I hope you have a great day. I just rambled on long enough. um, Take care. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. I don't know when I'm going to get to the meditations. I don't know when I'm going to get back to doing them. I love doing them. It's just that they're very time consuming. It takes a long time to do them. So I may on Sunday, if my husband goes flying on Sunday, and I have a little bit of time on my hands to do things. And it's supposed to get cooler on Sunday. I'm not sure if it will, given the yes no cards, but if it does, then I'll probably do a meditation on Sunday. But for now, I'm just pulling cards and having some fun, and hopefully you enjoy it. So take care. Have a great day, and till next time, namaste.